There's so many things you can't eat. Okay, just tell it to me.
So this, like I would say, here's your pool of foods to select from. Every single non-starchy vegetable that's non-poisonous to the human body is an option. All types of fruit are an option. Also, all kinds of tubers are an option. Like so many different kinds of tubers, like sweet potatoes, regular white potatoes, which are an amazing source of resistant starch if you cook them correctly, if you cook them and cool them. They're amazing for the gut microbiome. You have like all these weird, go to like an Asian food store and look at their huge selection of root vegetables, and like all of those things can be incorporated into your diet. Legumes are actually, I changed my stance on the whole legume issue, which from like a paleo perspective, it's often said that these are Neolithic foods. They have too many lectins and like anti-nutrients. But every study that's done on legumes show that they're beneficial. And so you can have a diet that's rich in those, especially lentils seem to work really well. You can have organ meats, which are actually usually very low in fat, contrary to popular belief, especially liver. It's mostly protein. Shellfish, you can have a lot of different kinds of seafood that are even like the omega-3, higher omega-3 stuff. In the context of this kind of diet, you can still eat those foods without it bumping your fat and take up too much. The biggie is to avoid using isolated oils. Like that's the biggest thing to knock your fat intake down, is to like, instead of frying things in oil, fry or like, stir fry them in like vegetable broth or chicken broth or something like that. There's different ways of cooking to eliminate your use of added oils. Like for me, that's been amazing, because when you take away the isolated oil component of your diet, you can eat so much food, and like it's great. Like it just changes the way you're conceiving of your food. But I mean, it's not a limited diet in the sense of what you have to eat. Like you don't have to eat the same thing every day. The main thing is to avoid really fatty cuts of meat, to avoid dumping oil on your salads, to avoid using a lot of oil in cooking. And once you do that, and once you dramatically improve your vegetable intake, your plant food intake, it's actually not a hard diet to stick with. Like, I mean, I know you're I know you're chuckling. I know you're chuckling. I know other people eat this way, which is why I know I'm not at least the only one in the world.